First, the top headlines. CM HD card value rupees 5 lakh from today. Suitable job for livelihood available to all households, Chief Minister. Class 12 examinations will be conducted in offline mode, said COSM Chairman Dr. L. Mahendra. And India reported 930 new COVID-19 cases and 81 deaths in the last 24 hours. Hello and welcome to ELITETV's Primetime English News Bulletin. I'm your host, Deemita. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government. Wear face masks when out in public, wash hands regularly and maintain a minimum of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play your part in the fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. Chief Minister of Manipur and Biren has said that the value of Chief Minister's Haksel Gitembang CMHD will be rupees 5 lakh from today. He said this during a press meet held at CM Secretariat today. Works Minister Govindas Konthauzam, Education Minister Y. Khem Chan and Power Minister T.H. Bishwajit were also attended the press meet. Chief Minister further said the initiatives have been taken up under the 10 100 days 100 work of BJP government.
Actively, Koina Sathariba, Chief Minister Haksel Gitembang, Hanal Palak, any way, Madu, Maduki details of me, who for the Mika, lying, Reka, Carita, Loina detail, Adulina highlighted the man, Pidani Maduki, writer for Moina, right, Aman, the picture again, Aduna Nashi, the gay, I koi, Lak Manga Manga, Anabashing the Fangananabugi. Madugi Hengutcher has not going on cabinet and whatever Aduga Madu Sanaba Hori and the Medari Kutang the Hizeri Matanga I koi Ladiba Manipurgi Yumtong Kudingi Yumtong Kudinga Uzi Ladiba Wana Yum Sabangam the Bogi Hiro like Tambangam the Bogi Hiro Ishing Pang the Bogi Hiro gas Pang the anything. I will I am Sigi Ekoi Atuba matam the time bound hide basit Tumbangam the Navagi Hanaki go to village gi part amoina. Go to village Taurambadu de the Queen Salasala came to Buni, Madugi part continuation in a hunter equina model kara Samtu Okanda subdivision Humpuganipan Lady subdivision Sida Quina Pravhari means in charge IS officer and Hapaga Magi Makada MCS, Aduga Manipur Finance Service, Manipur Forest Service, Indian Forest Service, Laiba Manipur Gi Laiba Officer Mayam Singh Torkanda, High River Subdivision.
On the other hand, Chief Minister also said suitable jobs will be available to all households to sustain their livelihood.
The third point, going to see paddy land, agricultural land. Preservation एक की मखादा प्रधान सिंह जिला परिषद के मेंबर सिंह कोई लोइना कौरगा कोई मीटिंग तौरे अदुगा डिप्टी कमिश्नर सिंह लेबर रेवेन्यू डिपार्टमेंट का टाइट अप तौर कांदा हाइरिबा 2014 की मतुंदा इलीगली साजलाइबा खोजलाइबा मयामसी मखोगी मथक द लीगल एक्शन लौरगा एग्रीकल्चर लैंड पेडी लैंड सी मपुंग फाना प्रिजर्व तौननबा अदुगी एखोई Tabuk to Honunabagi Warep, Pradhan Singamadi, Honorable Kamayam Singyana Kangan Gre, Hydra Masimaga, Tamzage, Aduga Huzik Powada, Equina, Chief Minister Haksel Gitembang, the cover to receive 5.24 Sure, Lak Mangaga, lising kun ga mari sure.
Moreover, Chief Minister N. Biren further said, in view of 50 years plan, the government is trying to improve the interstate, inter-district and inter-village roads in the state. 4 days widening of roads will be started soon. Therefore, he appealed to the people to extend cooperations in the initiatives taken up by the government.
Kharase, hai riba koi government lokho charai ba adoge amakhangna Manipur gi praja mayam da akoina appeal tawjarisi akoi cabinet na ngasi dagina sahi at least 50 years faugi akoi plan yenga kanda Manipur da lairiba state highways, district highways, including inter village road IVR yauna widening program ama loina pakalakani madu works minister na revenue DC office DC sing kay tanar kana thumba matam na tarokane aduna Manipur gi praja puna mangna lambi pakthor ko sidaida mating pangbiu maramdi some Imphal gi area khara dai ta haijage baihol lampuk tholko madam fire brigade ki tata sangboya ba lairak Imphal manung da lairak tre haiba posi Manipur gi khungang mayam da su loina khopchan nar padagi tawre ba aduna lambi si tangai fadana pakthok taba yadabagi ama ikoi notification thokserani masida Manipur gi praja mayamna mateng pangbiu haidna ngasi media gi thongda haiba point maru ba kharase masai thamje.
Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren Singh inspected the ongoing constructions of Kangla Nongpok Thong today, which is being developed just like the one which was built by our ancestors. He said he strongly believed that the bridge has a strong cultural as well as spiritual significance with regards to Manipur. With the opening of this sacred bridge, may everyone be blessed with good health, peace and prosperity, Chief Minister wishes. Chief Minister N. Biren also said that the bridge Kangla Nongpok Thong will be inaugurating very soon. Chief Minister of Manipur N. Biren has vowed to serve the people of the state without being involved in corruptions even for 1 rupee. As per the teaching of his parents who wants him to do something worthwhile for the society and the state as a whole. He said this during a felicitation functions organized by BJP Hangang Mandal at Nitsu Ground, Luang Sambam yesterday.
Lupa magi siki magi corruption hai budai sum tau dana laiba ki seva tawgi nai sab sana le aduga paisa se pi basu lo usa ni mak jail sangni corruption da paisa du lo bang atta du nati ba a jail sandu se paisa lo basu paisa pi basu.
As improvement can be seen regarding COVID-19 conditions in the state, Class 12 examinations will be conducted in offline mode, said Chairman of Council of Higher Secondary Education Manipur, COSAM, Dr. L. Mahendra on a press meet held at the office of the council today. Speaking to media, Mahendra further said in the past years, the examinations of 12th standard was unable to conduct in offline mode. But due to the measures taken by the government and majority of the people getting vaccinated in time has made offline conductions possible this year. A total number of 28,400 students will participate and 118 exam centers have been prepared for these upcoming examinations. A talk with principals of the selected examination centers, teachers who are going to be the flying squads and the CSO of the Manipur was already held, he further said. Lastly, he appealed to everyone to work together in conducting a free and a fair examination.
Satri Singasina, Makoida, in spite of several hiccups, anim awang kaya in the journey of their academic activities, they come up with a certain enthusiasm. Matamuida, Tonglingba, Pangtokningba, Adugumba, Tauna Maga, Loina, Topirakase, Akoigi Puning the Yamna. Nungaijaba mani adana council ki site gi kona sumakoida lakadur bi parkhas deisda karigo makal gi singnaba nunangba leitadaba leitana makoina khangjaruba pajaruba thengnajaruba mayam du tasengna ibireraga madudagi phanglakpa mahi phol aduna makoi gi tungi punsida ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯐꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯁꯤ.
More than 10 metric tons of pineapples produced through organic farming in Bunglon and Khausangbung of Churachandpur district were able to export outside Manipur successfully, said technical officer Hatnai Kim Haukip at the opening ceremony of a 2-day workshop under the theme Role of Media in Organic Farming in Manipur, organized by Khelen Thokchom Trust in associations with MoMA today. In the interactions program with the farmers as a part of the workshop, Mr. Haukip further said, after certifications completions of Q variety pineapples, they are aiming to export this outside the states. A new way of farming can be seen in more organic way where not only pineapple cultivations but saugri, banana trees and other varieties of fruits farming carrying out. Technical training will be given to the farmers of the Clover Organic Limited and MoMA for a full functions in organic farming.
Broad ice and shallow ice, which is very good, which is very juicy, and the fruit is also big. Even if we go to the market and say this is Khosabung pineapple or Bunglon pineapple, it's like it has a brand of name, no? So it's also very easy to market. Pineapple have a life cycle of about 7 years, after which we have to plant a new plant. And what they do around here is that instead of making the land fallow, they will just, when it's about 5 years, they will just plant a new slip or a new sucker on the nearby the mother plant, no? So they don't have to waste any year in waiting a new plant to grow up. That is what they have been doing here. And the farmers here are all organic farmers, so they practice organic farming. In this organic farming also, mostly they wouldn't use any pesticide, or so it's pesticide free, fungicide free, and the most they do is, so these people, they do weeding, no? They do manual weeding, and then after they do weeding, they will just dump the weeds on the surrounding of the field, and then.
Now let's take a short break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Akaling kapurthe, alan der jam kini kidur kuman.
Și vă place mai mult aici? E mai liber.
Jack, I will bring you happy flowers from the mountains.
Boy and high, and do matam taina, it's a silhouette, I see a wakanda don't powder.
저거가라 사지. 다 가까이나.
Manipur State Power Distribution Company Limited. Summary of Tariff Schedule approved by Commission for Financial Year 2022-23 for Manipur State Power Distribution Company Limited, MSPDCL, and to be effective from 1st April 2022. A. Approved subsidized tariff for financial year 2022-23. Table 8.2, category-wise subsidized tariffs approved by the Commission for financial year 2022-23. B. Approved full cost tariff, FCT. Table 8.3, category-wise full cost tariff without subsidy for financial year 2022-23 as approved by the Commission. Notes 1. Fixed charge is per kW of contracted load for LT supply except KJ, while in case of HT supply, it is per kVA of billing demand. Energy charge is as per kWh for LT supply and per kVAh per HT supply, and LT high-value services provided with MDI meters. The above table depicts fixed and energy charge only. Tariff charges description in detail are given under the tariff schedule chapter. NG Shubhachandra Singh, Managing Director, MSPDCL.
Welcome back again. You're watching ELITETV's Primetime English News Bulletin. A trial cum selections program to include in Maharashtra team for the participations in the upcoming second South Asia Kung Fu Championship to be held from 28th to 30th of May under the supervisions of South Asia Kung Fu Federations with Bhutan as home country. The selections was conducted by President Sifu of All India Kung Fu Federations, C.L. Lama, Working President Sifu Dr. Narendra Thokchom, and General Secretary Sifu Dr. H. Roman in coordinations with Shaolin Tradition Kung Fu Associations of India and Kung Fu Sports Associations of Maharashtra. Technical Director Sifu Naveen Wanghela of AIKFF Tai Chi Chuan Committee, Sanda Coach Omkar Pawar, General Secretary cum Technical Director of Kung Fu Sports Associations of Maharashtra, Vivek Dawedi, Master Sunil, attending as official organized trial cum selections and selected players for Taolu, Sanda, Bitui Shu, Sui Jiao, Tai Chi Chuan, Wing Chuan events. Foundation's Day of Radio Nongin 90.8 MHz, a community radio station at Gambhir Shopping Arcade, BT Road, was held today at the Auditorium Hall of Jawaharlal Nehru Dance Academy. In the functions, MLA Okram Suraj Kumar of Khangabo Assembly Constituency attended as chief guest, along with Dr. Moirangthem Narasingh, former Minister of Art and Culture, and MLA Thangjom Arun Kumar Singh, Wangkai Assembly Constituency, Pukhrambam Bilas, Director of JN Dance Academy, Imphal, Nahakpam Babulin Maitei, Founder Principals of Slopland Public School, Khongjom, Rajkumar Nongdren Khomba Maitei, Social Worker and Entrepreneur, and Dr. M.D. Razaizuddin Sheikh, Principal, Lilong Harebi College, as President and Guest of Honor, respectively. The channel starts broadcasting the programs from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Nongin Gyatia, Nongin Gitomthin can be mentioned as some of the main programs being broadcast. Distributing gifts to the staff, speakers of the functions appeal to broadcast various time-to-time programs to entertain the listeners. A married woman found dead in mysterious conditions at Samran Mamang Lekai in Thoubal district. The woman was found dead hanging herself in a suspicious manner. She had been identified as Jessica from Lilong Chazing, wife of Pukri Hongbom Dinesh, alias Nauba, aged 28. JSC has been formed in connections with the mysterious death of Jessica. A sit-in protest was staged at Lilong Chazing Bazaar today. Speaking to media persons, convener of the JSC M. Joy Kumar said Jessica was murdered, not suicide. Therefore, he drew the attentions of the authority concerned to look into the matter and book the culprit at the earliest.
February tang kon ma thoi da ko ji magi no pa sina magi mung den ngai sangda na ba magi man ba hotel da lai ni ha na pore ha ya duga ujing nu pi ma pam jai da ma angang ani ji loi na tham jal mi aduga mana le ram ji tha ma ge tara ni muk se pi ma pam ji lai ro ho ge tang amma pen ki tang ma ji da sai ro bo yaun ge ni ha na ma angang ji ga ji apam ji ji pa ji no ku sat ki no yam dai buk ti bat hong tok ta ko ji sai ro bu gi no an ba hai ta ne ngarang ji ko sai no ba gi thori ya le na si bu gi ko pau ji ko yum da gi pi rak te ba ko police station da gi ko na pau ji pi rai an bai to gi muk manung da pau pi rak te adu ba gi sing ni ngai ba mi si je ri thori ya la si hai je ko ana da gi chu ko ma pa ji ga to ma kum ane ma ku ji ga ga ba wot ba dai ba to se to ba ta gi no pa ji mayum da tham da ba to pa tham chu bam da lai tham chu cha ni hai da ha manung da amuk ani rak ta gi he na mayum da lak.
PayGD Enterprises Kakching provider Khetrimayu Manglemja allegedly absconded on the night of 31st March around 7:30 p.m. and unfounded news started circling around the public that he has stashed all the money in brothers-in-law in Yengkrom Tomjo Singh's residence at Kakching Turel Wangma, Ward number 5. This led to a mob destroying his house and a property, even stealing his store of harvested grams from his house, claims Tomjo daughters Yengkom Thoinu in a press meet held at the press club. It may be mentioned that the Tomjo's father was ill and bedridden in the said house when the incident took place. She further claimed that specifically the investor of the Ward number 5 broke into the house of her uncle Yengkom Sarachandra before on March 14 too. She said that when her father Tomcho appealed the investors for a peaceful talk on the matter, the mob got violent, hurting him physically. She thereby expresses discontentment and grief at the lawlessness situation of the state where mob justice prevails. She appealed to the concerned authority to look into the matter and provide a chance for a proper talk over the issue to ascertain the facts rather than blame without any proper evidence, wreaking havoc and uncertainty in their lives. With an aim to improve basic facilities and as part of unit campaign Har Ghar Pani, 44 Assam Rifles under the aegis of 22 Sector ARIGRs inaugurated a water supply scheme with provisions of pipeline for connections of water and infrastructures for water storage and supply in Chola village in Kangpopi district, Manipur. A 1,800-meter long water pipeline along with water storage tank of capacity 10,000 liters was initiated by the battalion. The project was conceptualized and executed with joint efforts of villagers and troops. The completed project was handed over to the village authority during an event organized by 44 Assam Rifles as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav in Chola village, where it was inaugurated by Commandant 44 Assam Rifles. The scheme shall contribute towards Jal Shakti Abhiyan initiated by GOI. Now let's take a short break again. Stay tuned for more updates.
WMC is excited to announce that the third plenary session 2022 Delhi will be held on the 17th of April 2022 at Western Court, Janpat, New Delhi. This year's theme is Reawakening Our Spirit of Oneness. Elite TV is our media and channel partner. The entire event on 17th April will be telecast live on Elite TV. This event is organized by World Meitei Council. For more details, contact us on worldmeitei@gmail.com or 981-855-9349 or 991-083-6635.
Season Yai Lifestyle Private Limited की food supplement registered under the MCA Ministry of Corporate Affairs हाइब मखल असिगी product मंगादगी कानबा फंगबिगनी मदुदी अहानबदा Perfect Plus urinary tract infection disease kayadagi ngakthokpa ngami control glucose levels in blood improve immunity antioxidant liver disease amadi liver sokhanbadagi ngakthoi remove toxins haksangdagi fataba sengdokpa lok laihau toina toganbadasu fali ani subada Perfect Glow uring amadi mahing fahanba acne scar fahanba mai nanthokhanba skin nganthokhanba kuchuk men thokhali mai khwihende hun subada Perfect Ionic Mineral Diabetes BP wangba asthma khwang naba saru sonba haksangdagi fataba sengdokpa tumbayadaba piles arthritis ising mari nuaitaba anti aging khongya saba puramak fahali mari subada Perfect Active Brain na tumbayadaba fahali kok ngawba wakhal pothahanba tumbayadaba memory booster tension handhanba amusung mga subada Perfect Woman Care na urinary tract infection, premenstrual syndrome, angang khaudanaba, thagi khongkap chang naidaba, fingau ka hena chatpa, vaginal infection kayada fahanba ngami. Home delivery gi khudong sabasu fongbigani Hena kupamarolgidama khoi contact number 8413968314 da contact tawbiu.
Welcome back again. You're watching ELITETV's Primetime English News Bulletin. India recorded less than 1,000 new COVID-19 cases for the first time in 715 days, even as the virus daily rose to 4,30,29,044. While the active infections count fell below 13,000, according to the Union Health Ministry data updated today. The number of the active cases is the lowest in the 714 days, the data showed. 13 new fatalities pushed the death count from the pandemic to 5,21,358, the data updated. The active case count comprises 0.03% of the total infections, while the national COVID-19 recovery rate remained at 98.76%, the ministry said. India recorded COVID-19 cases below 1,000 for the first time since April 18, 2020, when 991 cases were reported. A reduction of 416 cases had been recorded in the number of active infections in a span of 24 hours. India's COVID-19 tally had surpassed the 1 crore mark on December 19, 2020. The country crossed the grim milestones of 2 crore coronavirus cases on May 4 and 3 crore on June 23 last year. The daily positivity rate was recorded at 0.29% and the weekly positivity rate at 0.22%, according to the Health Ministry. A total of 79.10 crore tests for the detections of COVID-19 have been conducted so far, including 3,14,823 in the last 24 hours. Minister of State for Finance Pankaj Chaudhary said the government has reduced the GST on COVID-related medicines and instruments from 12% to 5%. On expanding health insurance coverage, Pankaj Chaudhary added the government had introduced varied insurance schemes under Ayushman Bharat. He informed all the overall coverage 66% is funded by central government schemes. Replying to questions in the Lok Sabha, the minister said GST rates and exemptions on all services are prescribed on the recommendations of GST Council. The Rajya Sabha has been adjourned for the day following opposition's uproar over the issues of fuel price hike. When the House met after the first adjournment at 12 noon, the opposition members from Congress, DMC, LEF and DMK trooped into the well, raising the issue. Amid noisy scenes, and the deputy chairman tried to run the questions hour, but in vain. Later, the House was adjourned till 2 p.m. Again, when the House met at 2 p.m., the opposition protests continued and the House was adjourned for the day. Earlier, when the House met the day, Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu disallowed the adjournment notices moved by the members from Congress, DMC, LEF and DMK over the issue, saying that they had enough opportunity to raise it during the discussions on the finance bill. Following this, opposition members created noisy scenes leading to adjournment of the House till 12 noon. In the morning, 6 newly elected Rajya Sabha members from Assam, Kerala and Nagaland took oath. They are Pavitra Margareta and S. Pangnon Konyak of BJP, Rangwar Nazari of UPPL, P. Santosh Kumar and A. Rahim from LEF and JB Matar Hisam of Congress. Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky called Russian troops murderers, torturers, rapists, looters on Monday after dozens of bodies were found near Kyiv, triggering global outrage and a voice of tough new sanctions on Moscow. Local authorities said they had been forced to dig communal graves to bury the dead accumulating in the streets, including some found with their hands bound behind their backs. In scenes, they have sent shockwaves through international capitals more than a month into Russia's invasion. Despite Russian denial of responsibility, condemnations were swift, with Western leaders, NATO and the UN all voicing horrors of reports to civilian murders in Bucha, northwest of Kyiv and elsewhere. Zelensky was unsparing in his nightly video message, warning concentrated evil has come to our land. He described Russian troops as murderers, torturers, rapists, looters, who call themselves the army and who deserve only death after what they did, speaking in Ukrainian. A new Sri Lankan cabinet is accepted to be shown in one day as part of the government's bid to tackle the rising public anger against the ongoing economic hardship. Embattled Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa had invited the oppositions to join a unity government as protests demanding his resignation spread across the island. The South Asian nation is facing severe shortages of food, fuel and other essentials, along with record inflation and crippled power cuts in its most painful downturn since independence from Britain in 1948. President Rajapaksa declared a nationwide state of emergency led on Friday in the face of growing public unrest. He said the decisions was taken in the interest of public security, the protections of people order, and to ensure the maintenance and supplies and essential services. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. Now let's take a look at the headlines once again. CM HT card value rupees 5 lakh from today. Suitable jobs for livelihood available to all households, Chief Minister. Class 12 examinations will be conducted in offline mode, said Chairman Dr. L. Mahendra Kosem. And India reported 913 new COVID-19 cases and 81 deaths in the last 24 hours. And that's a wrap for today. For more updates, keep watching ELITETV English News. Thank you and have a good night.